It's a new year, y'all. And for me, I've never been one to do resolutions. I do solutions. And for the past almost 2 years, I've been drinking AG1 every single day, thanks to my brother, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who turned me on to this incredible product. Every day, every morning, no exceptions. Just one scoop and a glass of water. They also make packs that you can travel with. That's been very, very helpful for me as a active touring person. Having these packets with me all around the world has been really, really helpful. So if you're a musician or somebody that is always on the go, the travel packs are incredible. AG1 delivers my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, and pre and probiotics. It's very powerful, it's very healthy, and it's really simple, man. Healthy aging shouldn't feel complicated. The thought of taking multiple supplements and all these types of vitamins and stuff and powders, it's truly exhausting for me. I've never been one to take a lot of multivitamins anyway throughout my whole life. I always prided myself in just eating vegetables and eating all the stuff I need naturally, not in a pill form. So this is incredible. It covers my nutrient gaps. It supports my mental and physical health. AG1 is hassle-free, 60 seconds every morning. It's the high-quality ingredients of pre and probiotics, adaptogens and antioxidants, and whole food sourced nutrients. I drink it every single day. Every batch of AG1s goes through rigorous testing processes, and their ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrient density. If there's one product I can suggest to you guys, is the AG1s, man. This has been a life changer for me. So go to ag1.com/OLLC and you can get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. With AG1, I know I'm getting essential brain, gut, and immune health support, vitamins, probiotics, and nutrients for the day, and it's helped my mental and physical. So if there's one thing I can recommend to you guys, it's AG1s. It's my nutritional insurance. I pride myself as almost being 54 years old, not going to the doctor all the time. Knock on wood. I've been healthy my whole life and try to strive to be a healthy person, stay young, stay full of energy, and still do the things I love that I did as a kid. That's why I still skateboard, play music, exercise. So start the year off right. AG1, ag1.com/OLLC. Yo, Liquid Death, thank you so much for hydrating all my guests, taking care of me and my family and my friends. Love your water, love your brand, love what you stand for, love what you give back to the community. If you want to learn more about Liquid Death and how it started, listen to episode 115 with the co-founder, owner, and creator of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario. Just a punk rock skateboarding kid from Delaware with a dream. It's an incredible story, incredible journey. So if you go liquiddeath.com/Toby, you get free shipping on any items you order from liquiddeath.com. If you want to just get Liquid Death water, go to amazon.com. But for the merchandise and other cool items, exclusive items, go to liquiddeath.com/Toby and get free shipping. Thank you so much, Liquid Death. Death to plastic, murder your thirst. Stay hydrated. You know H2O saves lives. Welcome to the One Life One Chance podcast. I'm your host, Toby Morse. Today I got my brother from another mother, Mr. Derek Green, with me.
What's up?
Thanks for being here, Derek.
Thanks for having me.
I think it's our last pod together of 2023.
Really?
Yeah, because you're leaving. You're going on tour.
It's so emotional.
No, I'm not getting emotional. I'm just saying.
I think it's emotional.
It might be. This might be my last part of the year. I might take off the rest of it. We'll see what happens.
I see you. Okay.
But thank you for connecting me. Well, now we're connected, but bringing Mr. Pep Williams here. Thank you for being here, man.
What's up? Thank you so much. Super excited to be here.
Got the legend in the house.
Cool.
How'd you guys meet?
Wow.
I think it was because I was thinking about it. It was either in Mexico City or Rio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
I forgot. It was on tour with Mike, of course. And
then it probably
was one of them.
Maybe Mexico.
Probably.
Talking about Mike Muir?
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did tours with him
and videos
forever.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, we just played 3 shows with them in New York, DC, and Boston 2 weeks ago, and it was
epic.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of the best suicidal shows I've ever seen.
So
it's
cool.
Like
60, man, and still doing it. Like, we talk in the morning, like 2. It was the only time to really catch him, and he's working out. Like, that's his workout time.
Really?
Wow.
Like 2 and like 3 in the morning, and he's on the treadmill. Yeah, Pep, we're gonna do this. I'm like, wow.
He's got
and I'm
so
just
much
in the bed with my pillow, like not even thinking about nothing. Yeah.
He's got so much energy, and we were watching the other night, and he's doing these speeches before the songs, which it's not really political, but it's just like from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed it. Like, there's a lot of people on stage that they say the same thing over and over again every show, but I really felt it from him. You know what I mean? Like, he's super
Mike
legit.
is real.
Yeah.
Like always.
No doubt.
Honestly, of all the people I've met, he's one of the top 10 smartest guys I've ever known. He knows, like Mike knows like some things, but like what he knows completely when he really like delves into it. He's just like a brain.
Yeah.
Of course he learns from me, so yeah. So yeah.
It was interesting because we wouldn't see him all day.
Yeah.
And he'd just pull up at night, head all decked out, and just roll like a superhero.
Yep.
And just kill the stage, and then you wouldn't see him after that. Like
Right.
supposedly, like he sleeps. I don't know what he does all day. I barely like saw him twice on the shows. Yeah.
He sleeps on the floor. He's just on the floor, just getting in the zone. And right before the show, be it on the tour bus or in the green room, he's just on the floor, just focusing. And yeah, it's real cool.
Wow, I know he has some back issues too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why the floor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, got to do that. Yeah.
And his son was on tour selling merch and stuff, and then
I've watched them all grow. It's really cool to just see like I remember when Mike saw, Pep, he's like, what did he say? I think it was going to junior high or something like that. I'm like, dude, he's a baby. I just remember them as like little kids.
Yeah.
Like, being born basically. Yeah.
How did you guys connect back then?
Ooh. I've known the Mears since maybe 87.
Wow.
Something like that. Like I've through Mike's father, actually, Mr. Meir, because he ran Dogtown.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Jim, right? Jim too, right?
Oh yeah. Of course Jim. But Gene, Mean Gene, that's what we call him. But he's super nice guy. And he would always be surprised because he'd come into the shop when we were little and give us like Dogtown stickers and stuff. And then I'd go in my pocket and be like, I already got it. Like what's this? And he's like, how do you guys always get it before us? Because we would actually go to the factory and, just hang out. And this is about 87-ish. Yeah.
Wow. Were you into punk rock and skateboarding at that time, obviously?
I've been skating since 75.
Wow.
So it's just like who I am. Like I never walked. Never.
Once.
It's like weird sometimes, even now. It's like I should be moving, like doing something, like because my board was always with me. It was never not with me ever.
Was there anyone that ever got you into skating that you saw or idolized or?
I didn't know people actually skated until I was 11.
Okay.
I never knew.
Because 75 is early, man.
Right. And
I was 4 years old.
But you grew up out here in L.A., but what part of L.A.?
In Florence and Watts. Yeah. So we was little gangsters. You like run around. But my sister, she wanted a board for some reason. Don't know why. But she would go to kindergarten, and I wasn't in school yet. So, of course, I'd ride the board, and then we'd fight over it. But I wanted it more, right? So then our mom, she bought us some roller skates. So then I'd take the left one, and my sister would take the right one, and then we would, ride it like that. We were always like that with each other. But that's how I got into it. And then when I was 11, I met a guy by the name of John Conti. And then he was around 16. And my mom is like, what is that old man doing riding that toy? Because it was a toy.
Totally.
It was like a big wheel.
Totally.
Or something like that. And then I was like, well, it's cool. And then when I went to junior high, it's when I started to see more people riding it because I was bussed. I was bussed out to the valley. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I saw the kids and I'm like, ooh, little surfer dudes. But they didn't have that. I shouldn't say they were weak, but like me, I skated because that's just what I did. They skated because they wanted to look like a surfer. So it came with the outfits.
Yeah.
We're in flannels and like khakis. That's just what we wore.
It's amazing.
And then when I found Venice, it felt like home because that's how they looked. So we weren't trying to be a surfer, skater. We were from this environment. We just happened to ride. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that growing
cool.
up like with like the Dogtown. Then there's like the Bones Brigade. Kind of more.
Bones was different.
Not prettier like, Tony Hawk at the hair. Everybody had their own little style and the bright colors. And then it was like Dogtown and Alva. It was just hard. It was like more punk rock to me.
Yeah, it was grittier.
It was just like because the guys were from the street. Like we had no money. We weren't trying to like fake it because it cost money to go to, Pac Sun.
Yeah.
To go to Val Surf. That cost money. We just wore what our mom got us. And you got your clothes from the swap meet. You got your clothes from like J.C. Penney's, which well, like
JCPenney.
if you're cold, well, you're not getting a jacket, then I'll get you a long sleeve flannel, and then you can wear it. And that's where that came from. So it wasn't even about this is a style or whatever. That's just what was available to you.
Yeah, and was it like not a culture shock, but going from where you grew up into the valley to go to school? Is that a whole different world?
I was going to ask that too. Like,
it depends. Sort of like the culture shock was because on the bus you got a bunch of gangsters going to the valley, which made no sense to me. I don't know what this school system was thinking, because they pick up guys from Grape Street.
Wow.
On the first stop, they pick up guys from our neighborhood who are Crips on the second. Third, when you're picking up Bloods,
dude,
off 89th Street, and we're like, it was fight. We went through so many bus drivers. We had a drive-by on the bus. Some guy. I mean, it was really bad.
Holy!
It was really. We went through so many bus drivers, but they just. Well, we just want to like. My mom is big on education.
Yeah.
So Cleveland High is like a college prep thing, but it's just it just didn't work.
Cleveland High that was the school in the valley.
Right? That was, and it's so crazy because Cleveland was known as a blood school.
And
wow, dude.
Because of people that were bused there, because there were fights and this and that. I mean, all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, it was wild, man.
So you had some kids from your neighborhood that were skateboarding as well. You weren't just like the only like kind of
only one. There was no one. No.
And how are the kids in the neighborhood about you guys riding skateboards and that?
Well, I was actually
because he had the same thing when he grew up.
Right.
I was actually the guy who. All right. I'll just break it down like this. In our neighborhood, you had like a 4-block radius. That's pretty much all where you could go. You couldn't go past that because you're going into the next neighborhood. Me, that's a guy on a skateboard. He's not intimidating. He's this. I was the one doing the dirt in the other neighborhoods because they didn't see me as a threat.
Wow.
So they used me to go infiltrate, let's say. It was crazy.
That's
it was
crazy.
Wild. And I remember when the cops would chase us, I'd always say, just go. And then they would get me, slam me on the car. And then they'd look at me. And then because I had a vocabulary, I'd say, what's the matter, officer? And they'd be like, you shouldn't be hanging around these bad guys. You know, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, thank you, officer. Yeah, it was so funny. And it's crazy because I think about it. But that's just how it was. Like, man, I went through that. You know, and not realizing that I didn't have to. But in my mind, mentally, I was stuck in that environment. I could have easily left. But at the time, it was programmed in me from my friends. This is our territory. We can't leave here. Wow. Until when I was around, I think it was, how old was I? Maybe 13. And I learned how to make fake bus passes. And then that's when I started to venture out. Wow. And I'm like, whoa, this is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
To go to Venice and go all those different spots, right, and check out LA.
That's how I found Venice.
Such a big
because
world,
the 33 bus stopped right there at the circle. And I just hopped off to go explore. And I'm like, these guys look like me, you know? And then I was like, wow, this is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends from that time period that you're friends with now? That
90% of them, like hundreds of us. There's tons like all over the world. As you know, from touring, you just become family. It doesn't matter because you don't stop. You just keep touring. You go to the cities and all that stuff. So yeah. Some are good, some are bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So
more bad.
You just skating all through high school and just like
100%. I was like a little superstar back then. Yeah, it was crazy.
In what way? Just your skills and just
covers in magazines.
Yeah.
Ads.
How young?
My first ad, I think I was like 16.
Wow. Okay.
So I had a lot of people jealous. A lot of people wanting to fight me and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Were you a street skater?
Of course. Yeah. We didn't have no ramps in the hood.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But maybe pools in Venice or stuff like that. I don't know, yeah.
The pools weren't in Venice. The pools were more like Palisades, like Santa Monica. Didn't nobody have no time for that.
Yeah.
So we just basically stayed at the beach, or we go to a school, or we go to like Venice High, you know, the banks, you know, different places like that.
Yeah. What was like your first sponsors you got?
Bronze Age.
Bronze Age is the first one.
Yeah, like Bronze Age with Mike Cassell, and a circle, skate, and surf.
Okay.
It was cool. Yeah, 1987.
You were also on Thrasher in 1991, correct?
May 1991, shot by Block in June 1990. So the original image was shot about a year before.
That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, a huge
Bro,
deal.
it's anywhere I go in the world. It's basically been almost like a pass. And like, I mean, when people come up to me and say, Pep, that cover changed my life. Mm-hmm. Because I never saw, like, of course you had like Ron Allen on the cover.
I think Chuck Trace.
You had, Chuck was on it.
In the 80s, yeah.
But it was like I was a different type of skater.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We got banned for fighting, like at Castle, at all the contests, because we didn't care. Everyone else had their helmets, had their knee pads. Like, we're not wearing that crap, So if someone would even look at someone bad or wrong, it's a fight. That's just what it was.
Wow.
So, like, all the kids like around the world pretty much would read all the the articles in Thrasher. So we became that cool thing, compared to the Bones Brigade, who were nice and clean cut.
Yeah.
If I'd known back then, it's cooler to be nice and clean cut. It's way better. Trust me. Sure, like you get all the cool thing, you get all the little girls and all that, but it's like, that's it.
Yeah, so you're getting sponsored while you're in high school.
Oh yeah,
man.
Do contests
touring,
and stuff. Yeah, touring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you graduate?
Yeah. It was
a good
cool.
Student?
No, no, meaning that I really didn't have to work. My memory is exceptional. I remember everything.
Okay.
So my teachers became my friends because I realized at a young age, teachers are people. They just want to kick it, right? and so Mr. Moore, Angelo's father, Angelo Moore, was my teacher.
Hang on
Wait
a second, bro.
Hold on.
From Fishbone?
From Fishbone.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did we ask him that on the pod?
No, man.
No.
He never said.
He might have said his dad was a teacher. But
Right.
Yeah, man.
Because he was.
Yeah.
He was on the.
Was he a
pod.
good teacher?
Mr. Moore was cool. I would go to Mr. Moore and I'd be like, Mr. Moore. He's like, what's the matter, Pep? I said, there's a pool that opened up and I just got to go skate it. And he would actually give me passes to go ditch class.
That's incredible.
And so like I would ditch either 4th or 5th because lunch was in the middle. So that gave me at least 2 hours to go skate.
Right.
And then he said, I understand because of my son.
And did you know who his son
I
was?
understand because my son. Wow.
Angelo would come on campus. Yeah. When he had that cane with the crystal see-through.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Did he skate
Angelo
too, Angelo?
I never saw him skate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never saw him skate.
But he knew his son was like
he
different in the punk
he
world.
knew he understood what would happen if I got caught.
Mm.
He was looking more in the future, like, I'm going to do this for you because I know this can affect you if something happens.
Yeah.
And then I had a nurse. Her name was Miss G. She was the coolest. I say, Miss G. She's like, what's the matter, Pep? I said, I think I'm going to have a headache at like 4th period. Because she loved to talk.
Yeah.
So I'd be in bed. They'd bring me lunch and we just talk. And I learned so much from her. So much. Because class was just, you like just have to remember.
It's pretty formatted, yeah.
It's like, just remember, okay, like how hard is this? And you really, it's not that I didn't learn anything, but it's like I already knew most of it. But when it came to calculus and all that stuff, you really got to work on. But when it came to history, when it came to things like that, it was just very, very easy for me.
Yeah. Were your parents strict?
No. Around like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, go outside and play. And whatever you do, you do, but just come back, before the lights come on.
Yeah.
So we would be everywhere, and then, we come in. Yeah. It was real cool. Wow. So much fun.
Damn. So when you graduate, are you just trying to be a pro? Is that your goals at that point?
That's what I wanted. because at the time, like of course you do the college thing, you do all that stuff, but I knew what I wanted, and I got the travel bug, and once you get that, you're gonna try to do whatever you can to keep that.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at another 4 years of doing nothing with looking at the same people every day. Compared to meeting new people around the world constantly.
Yeah, on the cultures and stuff.
Easy choice for me. Mm-hmm. Easy choice. And then I picked up a camera in 95. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, what inspired that?
Oh, it was cool. I was doing a fashion show, and I modeled for like a hot minute, doing mostly like runway because a lot of my sponsors, they use me for fittings to, design the clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
So who better to actually wear it? So I was doing a fashion show, and then one of the designers had booked a photographer that had double booked with like someone else.
Yeah.
So he chose to go with them, and the shoot was $6,000. I said, I'm a photographer, and they're all really. They're all yeah, and like oh yeah, and then they said, well, we need to see your portfolio. I said, we don't have time for that right now. We have to get this done, because back then it was physical. There's like no internet.
True.
Right, yeah,
so
that's right.
You had to bring a book, and I said my book is like gone somewhere. And they gave me the money, and I just remember
like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like the guy was desperate. And I just remember at all the shoots I've been on, your assistant does everything anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, how hard can it be? You look through the hole and press a button, right? So the guy, I go to Santa Monica College, and I put up a flyer looking for an assistant for $250. First person called, got the job. We went to Sammy's camera. I said, what do you think we need? This. That's cool. Showed up at the shoot. He set it up. Click, click, click. Done.
Wow.
And I got... What's up, bro?
Oh, this is Max interrupting the podcast.
Yeah, man. Pep, nice meeting you. Yeah.
And that's what kicked it off.
That's what kicked it off. And then so I actually started at a very high end because I started shooting for major brands. But it's always the same format. Everyone would copy off of each other.
Yeah.
Meaning you look at like a magazine, then this is the look for this season. Everything was like a background, just plain. And then so... You put the camera on a tripod, click. There was no soul in it. Like very, very few photographers back then actually captured that. Some did, but not most. So then after years and years, I got sick of it. I wanted to be known for my style, my thing. So I just walked away. And
how many years were you doing it before you walked away? Like
from 95 to about 2008.
Okay, wow.
Wow. Some time.
Yeah, 2008.
Were you taking like skate photos and stuff like that? In between,
I did some things with Thrasher, like for everyone, like my friends, bunch of ads, but again, it's like, there has to be more. Like I don't get bored easy, but I get bored like quick.
Yeah.
And if it's like, this is it again, same thing. What's coming? All right, what's next? What's next? Yeah.
And so how long did you end up skating for too before that? Did you continue skating while you started taking everything? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Always.
And became pro?
I turned pro in 91.
91, yeah.
Yeah. So a long time ago.
Yeah. And that's just only street too. They never went to ramps and none of that. You never did any of that stuff.
No, ramp was like nerdy and stuff. It was more like, like you're a dork.
Wow.
Pretty much. Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there was a time where ramps went away, then they came back and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, ramps. You were never cool if you were a ramp guy ever. Damn. It doesn't matter. Wow. You know Thrasher. Well, mostly not so much Thrasher. Transworld tried to push that. Transworld magazine pushed more of the clean skater. Mm-hmm. You kids don't want that. It's why like gangster movies are big, and all this stuff. We want that.
Yeah.
Thrasher was more that street grind.
More gritty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
What was one of the first places you traveled to? Like when you were able to travel and you were like, I got the bug. Like
first time leaving the country.
First time was Japan. Yeah. First time was Japan. I remember that.
Was that your first trip outside the country?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
So your mind
Yeah, it
I
was
remember my
amazing.
first time too. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
going.
Yeah, it was 88.
Wow.
And why
It was
Japan?
88.
Like, what was the scenario?
It was
there?
like a big skate surf thing, out there, and because like they would come here and then we'd go there. It was like the whole Bronze Age surf thing that was happening. It was a movement Mike Cassell was doing back then.
Were you shooting for specifically a different brand, or just for yourself independently, and people would hire you?
Shooting back then?
Yeah.
I didn't start
Oh,
shooting.
no, I'm
till-
sorry. So
yeah.
you're okay. So traveling started with skate.
That was skateboarding.
Oh yeah,
Okay. So-
yeah. But photography, it's taking me nonstop,
Okay.
Yeah.
like,
So Japan,
everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. And then of course Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Can never get over that. And just everywhere, man. Only place I haven't been is Antarctica. Yeah. Yeah.
So you start shooting for yourself and doing your own thing after that. You leave like the fashion kind of world, right?
It was more about fine art, like
Yeah.
fine art photography, just more of an expression of me, like what I put into it.
Yeah.
And then because I never cared what people liked, I like looking at my work.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could buy my work.
Yeah.
Even I do shows sometimes, and if a person, like if there's a piece for like 20, 30 grand and I don't want to give it up, I'll put it up for 50. I'll change it at the show, or I'll put a red dot on it
Wow.
just because I don't want to give it up yet.
Yeah.
Even though I can go print something and do it, but it's very, very personal, like some pieces.
We up until the photography stuff, were you doing skateboarding full time? You're making a living. You were chilling?
No, music industry, heavy, hardcore.
Okay.
In the music world. Yeah. I did a lot in the music.
And what kind of stuff?
Back in 1992, I was up at Death Row and Interscope.
Wow.
Yeah.
The one in Wilshire?
Wilshire and Westwood at Murdoch Plaza. Yeah. Mhm.
8200 Wilshire, I think that's the number.
That was the
With the red
second
letters.
one.
Okay.
That was the second one.
It's crazy how close that is to where Biggie was killed.
Yeah.
It's
A little
So
bit,
true.
because there are two. Like they got a place on Suge went to jail, and then he got out, and they got a place on near San Vicente in Wilshire.
That's the one with all the glass. It was like a mirror,
Yeah.
and then in the letters in red. Because I lived here, then I saw that. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so Murdoch Plaza is on Westwood and Wilshire. That's where
Okay.
they first had it. Those are the letters, the numbers. That's on the Death Row thing. It's the 10900 building.
Wow, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good times. Good times back then. You used to kick it with everybody.
Crazy times.
Just fun, pure.
Yeah.
Like ground level. You're not copying off of anyone. I wanted to learn the music industry. Suge taught me a lot, and just like being in that environment, you got to see how business was done, because
Mhm.
I love the music industry.
Yeah.
And I always wanted a label, but if you ain't got no money, why bother? So then from there, I started managing bands. I started, like the members of System of a Down, like I got them out the gate, like before it was System.
Wow.
Yeah. It was Middle Earth, where it started, with Dave Fagopian, John Domayan. Who else was Middle Earth? Because you had Middle Earth, you had Vokey, you had Tron, and then you had System. They're all the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's a crazy. This is gonna blow you away. This is gonna blow you away. This is a good
I'm
one.
already blown away. Go ahead.
So, Christmas, Interscope throws a party, over on Pico, like not too far, and it was me, Dre, Dr. Dre, his wife, and my girlfriend.
Damn.
We're at the table.
What?
And Dre's like, he's over rock. I mean, he's over rap, because he had just left Death Row Records.
Okay.
And then I was like, I have this group that's killer. He's like, what? It was System. It was System of a Down. Me, Chavo, and
Chavo. Chavo.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Chavo, yeah. Me, Chavo, and Darren. We were at the Santa Monica Mall food court. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're at the food court talking, because they were looking to, of course, grow to do their thing. And then I said, all right, let me see what I can do. And I gave it to Dre. I actually gave it to his assistant, Bruce, first. And then I went to the house, and then everything is, going, and he meets M.
Whoa.
And he gets back into hip hop.
Wow.
Yep.
So Eminem fucking
Yeah.
cockblocked the whole thing.
Yeah.
Put the kaputs on it.
And then that's when Rick Rubin came in and all that stuff. Yeah.
No way.
It would have been Dre, 100%.
That's
that's
crazy.
100%.
Man.
Yeah.
Were you around when Eminem came in too in that world, or
I was
he was
like,
already gone from Inscope? I mean,
it was
but yeah,
M was there. Bumped into him when he was younger, but it was never my thing.
yeah.
It was more like, okay, this is the new hype, I guess. Pretty much. Of course, he's very, very talented.
Yeah.
Took it to the next, but all eyes went focused on him. I remember even with when it came to Busta Rhymes, when it came to Eve, even Rakim, like those dudes, like, bye.
Wow. That's right.
Yeah.
Rakim was going to be on.
Yeah.
That's right. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. M just took it.
And Eve too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were right off into it, right across from Starbucks. Yeah, like I remember.
Did you work with Tupac at all, or was he around
Pac
then?
was good people, man.
Oh, man.
Pac was good. First time I met Pac, man.
Bro.
We were at ASR 1994 in San Diego, Action Sports Retailer. That's where everyone would go to get their sponsors and all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm walking down. I had the bags because people were just throwing stuff at me, So I had bags of clothes, hats hanging everywhere. And I'm with my girlfriend. And then Pac is walking right along the side with his little crew. And he looks at me and he says, he's a star like me. I'll never forget.
Wow.
And I walked up to him, I said, what's up? And we talked for maybe like 5 minutes. And he used to come to Venice on Sundays. So I'm at the beach one day on my board. And he comes and he's all, you can really ride that thing? I said, of course. Because he saw me like different, because I used to dress different at the trade shows. I would not dress up, but I didn't look like a skater.
Okay.
I looked like a businessman. So it was a whole different way I approached it.
Wow.
And so through the years, Pac was just super cool. And then I remember, he lived actually right next to the Grove.
You did?
On top of that, on Beverly and that supermarket, like that's
By Ear One?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you pass it, you turn, and you go into the Grove parking, right there at the corner, like right up top.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's where he lived. And then the last time I saw Pac was I was coming out of Fox on Pico, and I was walking to go. I think it's Subway or something was down there. I forget. And I just hear this music, blasted. And I turn around and it's him. He was in a silver Caprice. I'll never forget. And he's just hanging out the car. He's like, what's up? I said, what's up? Where you going? Da-da-da. And then he said, to the label. So I called my friend, Tony Best. He used to run the office front at Death Row. And I said, Pac might be coming through. All right, cool. And then that was it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then this was 96. Yeah.
Damn.
Were you ever rhyming back then?
Nah. No.
Never tried.
Should have, but no. No. I just like to, I don't know. I really didn't want to do anything. I just like to experience people.
I like that.
Yeah,
absorb it all.
Yeah, just not get all consumed with just one thing. Mm-hmm.
You in the mix though with everybody, all the heavyweights, but just
pretty much back then, yeah.
Just listen to everybody and just
listen, learn, pay attention. And my thing, and it took me a while to figure this out, is I got like I know I'm sharp. I know a thing or two, but how come it didn't happen yet? Like, what's the matter? So then I realized I just need to shut up. Don't try to figure nothing out, and just go to a person who actually does it and ask them for help.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it makes it so much easier, just to actually get guidance with what you want to do, compared to like, well, I'm going to do it myself because I know I can.
For sure.
No, that take too long.
How long did your career go with skateboarding professionally until you just ended up sticking with photography?
I don't think it ever ends.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I can hang with
life.
pretty much, like, I could go skate a ledge. I could probably do a rail slide on this table.
Still to this day.
4 times, 5th time, maybe the arm don't work right, so I'm like, nah, because all my friends, as they got older, from Nodis to even Tony Hawk, to all these things, they got hurt doing something they've been doing forever.
True.
Mm-hmm.
The most basic thing, Nodis twisted his ankle off of Ollie. Tony Hawk broke his pelvis.
I know, recently, I know, man.
I'm like, let it go.
Right.
Let it go. Just do interviews and sign autographs. That's all you got to do.
But Hawk is still killing it, though.
Yeah.
It's
like
pretty
he does
crazy.
his thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you kind of just knew it was like, my time is kind of, as far as competing and stuff like that.
Well, I got banned from contests. Yeah. So
Okay.
I couldn't do contests no more.
Okay.
Yeah, like we fought too much. We were like knuckleheads.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that had a heavy effect on your career and you and your...
No, I never cared about it. I didn't, actually it made the people like me more because I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was never that guy. Oh, look at me and my nice, even on the cover of Thrasher, my shoes are held together with duct tape. I never cared.
Yeah.
This is just me. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't care. And it's why people, like, funny story. Back in the day in Venice, and then I think about it, I'm like, wow, you're like, I was talking to my little brother about this too. And some friends, back in the day, when I left home, I didn't have a place to stay, didn't have a place to live. So my friend was like, Pep, there's some cars over there on Mildred, in Venice, totally abandoned with no wheels on it, like nothing. So I moved into the car. Right?
Wow.
No, yeah, bro. Yep. Didn't care because I wanted to pursue my dream. And then one day, my friend Avriel, super funny. He's from Agora, and we were supposed to go out that night to like a club or whatever. And then he comes to Venice to find me. And then they're all, yeah, Pep is in his car. He's like, Pep ain't got no car. What you talking about? I had to be like 17 or something, 18. And then he's like, yeah, he's over there in the brown car. And I'm like, what? My friend's all, Pep, this is the coolest thing I ever saw in my life. I could not believe it. He said, I knocked on that window. You pulled back that newspaper and you had a girl in there with you. I said, that was the coolest thing ever. And then we went out to the club. We had a good time and he dropped me back off. I just didn't care. This is me. As I am, and everyone knew it wasn't a big thing.
Yeah. How long did you live in the car for?
That was until they towed it. I showed up one day. My friends were laughing.
No way.
All my skateboards, my shoes, my clothes is like whatever.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't even a thing. It's like, well, next. What's the next chapter?
Dude, that's amazing, man.
It was so funny. Just to show up to my little house and it's gone, bro. Yeah, yeah.
I love the behind bars, the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
incredible, man.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Like, how does that?
Well, I wanted to shoot that. Well, it all started wanting to shoot things that it's either hard to do or almost impossible to duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. Like, I can't just, let me go shoot some models.
Yeah.
Let me go. No, ain't gonna happen. So with the prison, because like a large amount of my work was selling with the tattoo things.
Yep.
I said, oh, all right. So what's the best place to shoot tattoos? Prison. So I said, let me figure that out. It took about 4 years.
Wow.
4 years.
4 years. Emailing.
Right.
Getting denied. And then my friend Dennis Martinez, he speaks at all the, prisons and everything. And I reached out to him. And then he made some things, moving them around. He said, Pep, you're in. I'm like, what?
Damn.
So when I decided to go, I'm like, all right, cool.
What was that prison? The first prison?
First prison was Chuckwalla.
Chuckwalla Valley State?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Chuckwalla. And then I'm like, cool, I'm there. I'm about to make all this money from these prisoners.
Were you nervous at all now?
No. A couple guys knew me. It was so funny. Girl, Pep, you know, we follow you on Facebook. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And because it's so close.
They got Facebook in there. Wow.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
do.
and the guys were so I got my camera. The first guy I walked up to changed my entire photography career completely. He was fully tattooed, like blasted everywhere, you know, kind of buff a little bit and everything. I said, hey, you know, can I take a photo? He's like, yeah, like, hold up a second. He goes and he puts on a sweatshirt. I'm like,
like, bruh.
So I asked, I said, why'd you do that? He said, oh, this is my past. And I was like, and the only tattoo you could see is his neck, and it says faith.
wow.
And it just made me change.
That's interesting.
Meaning
That's
that
amazing.
I basically wanted to come here to use you guys to make a bunch of money and not even care. And then it was like, no, I have to do something to actually help, to, you know, do something cool, you know, for it. So then my whole perspective changed. And then I started speaking at, you know, colleges around the world about it, like different, museums, throwing shows. But the purpose was not so much, look at these guys in prison, but they're like human. And I always tell people that they're in jail because they got caught. You're not in jail because you didn't. And that's real. We should all be locked up. You know, she always breaks the law on the car. No.
It's a great point, though. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just what it is, and it just made me change my complete direction with my photography, more so to help and to educate and to enlighten and to make you think.
I mean, how did you approach those guys in prison? I mean,
after
I would think they would seem so reserved and like, who are you? Why are you here?
What's this for?
Why, like
especially with gang tats and stuff like
people,
that.
People know.
Okay.
Like me, when I was there, I just completely blended in. It was more like, if you look at my work, no one's looking in the camera. You know, if it's like a group, if they're sitting or no, because I'm there when I'm shooting like an individual, it means that I'm actually sitting with them.
Yeah.
On the bleacher. So it wasn't like, it was different. It was just,
wow.
You can't be, oh, look at me with the camera.
Right.
I'm just cruising. But one guy made me really, like, it was cool. I was walking across the yard, and he's a guy whose face is fully tatted up. And he said, hey, you. I'm like, uh-oh. Right. He's like, hey, you, come here. I'm like, huh? And he's like, oh, you know, come. And I'm looking at the guard. The guard's over there. They're looking at me.
Right.
And then the other guys are looking. I was like, well, I'm a big guy. And the cops got my back. So I think, right? So I walk over. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he asks, he says, can we pray? And like I said, of course we can. So he holds out his hands. You can't touch inmates.
Yeah.
You have to, I think it's 6 feet or something like that. So I grab his hands. And he starts to pray. And I'm like looking, like, you know, with the one eye, but I'm cool. And he begins to pray, and it's what he's praying for, which just blew me away. He was praying for my safety.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking heavy.
Yeah, like not for my safety there because I'm safe in his house, but my safety outside because that's where they're trying to get you to bring you here. And he was a lifer, and it's the best gift I've ever received.
Damn.
He was so, like, giving. He could have wished for anything. He could have prayed for anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's incredible.
That's
and
really
it just like
interesting,
reinforced of me with my body of work on that. So when I go talk, I'm actually going to a school next week to go talk about it. A Catholic school.
Oh,
actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's great. Did it, what about meeting like people in there who may have been like white power
Yeah.
or in different
Yeah.
I was
gangs.
just gonna ask that too.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well, what happened? There was
hi Stella.
there are these guys. They looked full on. I'm telling you, like
The Brotherhood.
super
like,
cool,
Oh, okay.
mad chill. There's one guy though. One guy. He was a Mexican dude. He was super happy. Oh hey, he's coming over with me. The guy did and it, gone. He went right back to him. He just made a sound, and the guy. I'm like,
Not to talk to you.
Well, I'm not messing with him. I'm going
Wow.
over there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. He got right in line. I was like, wow. And then you forget where you are
Yeah.
because everyone is so nice. Like super nice. The music's playing. There's people dancing. And I'm like, this is prison? There's like people just laughing and talking and this and that or whatever. But the one thing I missed. I didn't know. But the alarm goes off. Beep, beep, beep. Everyone hits the floor. So I hit the floor, right? But I wasn't supposed to hit the floor. Only the inmates. If I had stood, I would have captured that.
Oh yeah. Going down.
Wow,
Yeah.
that would have been amazing.
It was so crazy, but it's all good.
So
Yeah.
there was no tension. Everybody was super respectful, and yeah.
No tension at all.
Wow.
And then we were there for a weekend. So yeah, so we were there for 2 days.
And some people, guys, don't want to show their gang-related tats. Probably if they're not part of that no more either, as well, right? If their lives are different.
Yeah, that's actually happened on the outside too.
Really?
Yeah, like some guys who I'm not going to mention.
Yeah.
Because but hardcore, heavy hitter dudes. I shot them back in the day, and then they said, "Pep, can you, kind of remove that?" I said, "Of course."
Removed from online or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was thick. I was in it, like
Right.
heavy.
Yeah. Taking pictures with so many people, all walks of life.
So you got everyone that was, all the different, like, because California is based off, like, pretty much gangs or affiliation. Like, I don't know. I heard it was
Mexican
divided
mafia.
up into
Gang brotherhood.
segregated into kind of certain.
It's segregated, but when you have like a pass, like per se, you can go anywhere. And I know people from all over because why? I used to skate. And where did I skate? All these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I knew all the people. And they all knew me. So come on over. Just so happened my family is this. My family is that. So it was always cool.
Wow. Did the Aryan Brotherhood, they had no, I mean, were you able to shoot any of?
Actually, this is crazy, but I don't even think I can say that, but we can talk.
We can edit whatever you want out too, man.
Yeah. We can talk after the show.
I'm just
Okay.
curious.
Because I'll
like,
tell you
if they
guys
were
about
just,
that.
like,
Yeah.
if they were open to being shot, or I mean, because it would be an interesting photo.
Oh,
I mean,
I got a story when we get off this
Okay,
thing.
okay.
You're gonna be like, what? Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm. Yeah. But it's I think if there's a mutual respect, because with my camera is neutral.
right.
Great
It
point.
don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't care. I'm just there to shoot a story.
Yeah.
Period. My friend almost said, Pep, if you are offered to shoot the KKK, would you do it? I said, of course. Of course I would. Who gets that opportunity?
Right.
It's the same if I was to shoot another radical
Yeah.
thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I have. Like, of course I do. I'm not going to say no. The camera's neutral. Maybe by me going there, it will give them a different perspective,
100%.
which it has many
Right.
times, because I have delved in those worlds. Because like doing what we do, you meet all types of people from all over the world. I remember we did a show in San Diego with a mic. This had to be 2000, 2001. All those white supremacists, dude, like all on side of the stage. I'm like, dude, what? Swastikas everywhere.
Wow.
So, and then I'm like, and Mike's like, yeah, it's cool. I said, okay, cool. And then I remember I was in Mission Beach hanging out, and this guy was in the skate park, and he has like a big swastika on his head.
Jeez.
And I see him, and he's all, hey, Pep. I'm all, Hi.
I know this.
You know what's up? So cool, so chill. And it wasn't even about that. It was just about the music. It was about the connection, about how, yeah, man, you get to tour and see all the bands and the people and Mike's message. And I don't judge. I don't know your background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what drove you there. I don't know.
True.
So
it could be your past.
It could be your past.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a friend who, this is a crazy story. I had a friend who got locked up for 7 years. White dude. He was like my brother. And he gets out. This guy, swastikas here, big tattoo across his forehead, his neck, and everything. And we're in Venice, and we met at Subway at the Venice Circle. I love Subway, by the way.
I know. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
And
And
fucks with it hard. Yeah, I love it.
yeah. And we went, and then like people are looking at him, people are looking at
Hanging
me,
out with you at Subway.
Right.
and then he looked at me. He's all, Pep. I said, "You ain't even got to tell me. You did what you had to do. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. You know." And then there's some people who say, "Well, you don't have to, but you don't know each individual's situation." And then, of course, eventually he got them all taken off. But it's there.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do to make it
It's
through.
life or death
you know.
in there. Yeah, for sure. Our friend
100%.
Chappelle had a friend like that, best friend,
Right.
came out with that on him too. And it's like, as soon as he came out, it's like, it's not how to do it or been
Mhm.
killed or something. Then you got to cover it up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Shit's no joke, man.
it's no joke. I mean, it's definitely. All the systems are a little bit different, in each state, right?
Yeah.
So I had a friend that was in Ohio that went away, a white dude, and they were.
Same thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, they were asking. I mean, I was asking him about what was going on. Did you get approached, to join
Yeah.
certain things? He was like, yeah. He's like, they saw I was a big dude, and the brotherhood, they came up, and then he's like, I had some, some other people that came. They're like, yo, don't join up, man. Don't get involved with them because you're gonna be paying when you get on the outside too.
Yeah,
And it's like
Scary, man. I never want to go to jail, bro. Fuck that.
it's something else.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's something else. But like I said, when I shoot, it's neutral.
Right.
Of course.
Of course, I don't believe in a lot of the things, but I believe there's a story, and with that, the people will maybe get a different perspective.
Do you think that art, or with art, as far as like photography or maybe like a contemporary type of artwork, unites people or can connect people like music?
100%. 100%. I mean, I have an exhibit at the Archery Museum right now that's been up for like a few years, and it's on permanent display of my prison work.
Yeah.
And I go there sometime just to listen to the people.
Interesting, yeah.
And
interesting.
I walk in and my voice is everywhere. You can see my video on my face and the people still don't know it's me. And I'm just sitting there and I'm, I talk to the people, I interact with them. And just getting the different angles and perceptions of the one photo. Maybe something I didn't pick up, maybe something I didn't get, but it affects everyone
Differently
in some
too.
type
Right.
of way.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
But that's
That's
a beautiful
powerful,
thing,
man.
that people
Yeah.
have an effect from your work. You
Yeah,
know, whether it be negative or positive.
Yeah.
It's got to be I don't know. As an artist, it's just a good feeling. That
It's a
people
cool
are
feeling.
kind of like paying attention.
They hate it, they love it, and it's wild.
Right.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm sorry. What's it?
I think it's your phone. Is your phone
my
on?
phone though.
Is your phone on?
I never have it on.
Was it on?
Nah.
Oh, uh-oh.
Why are you pressing that button then? Yo, Joe, my editor, I love you. You, man, Derek's on the podcast 1,000 times, and his ringer's on.
It's not on. It was off.
All right, man.
It was silent mode.
Somebody's phone's going off, man.
Not mine.
Silent mode on. It was on.
Okay, man. All good.
I'm hearing
So you want to do more of that stuff, going back to prisons and continue to do that, or
No.
something
Okay.
different. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
you've been
Once
there,
it's done, it's
all
done.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
Did you document it too, like filming
There-
and stuff?
there
It's hard
I'm
to
a-
film in there.
There's
Yeah.
a couple guys who were filming more of the performance because they had singers there, like a band, but no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, just the images.
yeah. And what are you working on? What are you working on now?
Well, I was working on going to Auschwitz. I had a thing. I was going there.
Wow.
I planned before the pandemic
Gotcha.
to go to Auschwitz.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I talked to the people. Everything was cool. I was getting a private tour to go shoot, how I wanted to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then the war thing happened.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
It was just not like a right thing.
I'd
to
love
do.
to see you shoot that, man. That's
Yeah.
It's heavy, man.
It's intense.
You been there?
Yeah. I haven't been to Auschwitz. I've been to Dachau.
Me too. I've been to that one.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it's intense. I mean, it's intense to shoot, I think, anywhere in Germany,
Yeah.
a lot of things, just because it was so destroyed during the war.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of it is still there,
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
result of the war, like bullet holes and things like that in buildings. A lot of history, especially German history is so interesting with
Yeah.
so many different borders of different places, being Poland and Germany. And,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much to explore. And I
Yeah.
think it's fascinating. And I think a lot of Americans don't really understand what a concentration camp really consists of. So it would be interesting to see
Yeah.
that work, to have. I mean, I didn't realize that a lot of Americans don't really understand what really went on. The only reason that I know so much about it is because I grew up in a community that was like 35 to 40% Jewish from at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked in synagogues and temples, and I knew what a bar mitzvah was. And
Yeah.
there weren't Christmas trees at our school and Santa Claus and stuff like
It's fucked
that.
up. No Santa?
No Santa. It was all right.
Sorry,
You have
man.
Santa at
Sorry.
home. So, but
Yeah.
it was interesting because, we had actual survivors that would come in
Wow.
and speak.
That's heavy.
And that was heavy. And Vietnam vets.
Yeah.
The real people telling their stories, like
Yeah.
here's a tattoo that they gave us while I was in
Mhm.
camp.
I
This is
remember.
how I survived, like being in the forest, like without any food or water and struggling. When
Yeah.
you hear that story, you never forget. I remember the Vietnam vet talking about stuff, like the first
Yeah.
person I killed. He's like, I still see the image of
Fuck.
that person in
It's
my mind.
wild.
It's wild. He was like
Damn.
19 years old. And he explained it in explicit detail, and kids at that age in high school, you're
Think
like
yourself
joking with
at
your friends. You're
19,
like,
yeah.
he was just got loud in his voice, and then people were just dead silent. It was just like, I
That's
was
heavy.
19 years old when I dropped into the water and I laid that boy. It was probably the same age as me across my lap, and then just went into
Jeez.
details, like feeling. It
Oh,
was.
wow.
I'll never forget that speech. But both, just that impact. But I think
Yeah.
this is something that's really didn't happen that long ago. But people to really get their head around, like,
Mm-hmm.
a genocide or
Yeah.
extermination, literally.
Yeah.
Planned, it's strategically planned, creating an atmosphere, a place for that. It's
fucked up.
wild to think
Yeah.
about it,
I would go to West Side Pavilion back in, I guess it would have to be like 91, 92,
Mhm.
and they would all hang out in the food court.
Who's this?
The guys.
Oh,
the,
really?
Oh,
The
Yeah,
survivors.
way.
yeah. And I sit there and I eat my little,
Mhm.
fake panda. I don't even think that Panda Express is. But I would sit there.
Subway, probably.
Subway was in Westwood.
Okay.
So yeah, I remember. Yeah, but I would sit there. So it had to be 92 actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
every day. I sit there every day.
Wow.
Everybody's so desensitized to things, and it's easy online. People say things about Nazis
True.
and this and that, and
Extremely desensitized.
like heartless comments and stuff about stuff they don't care about the history, or talk about.
No, not at
But
all.
if you
Yeah.
went there, it'd be totally different.
It's
I don't know.
totally different, And I mean, especially if you go to Germany, like I was there 2021 when I was like COVID time
Oh,
ish
yeah.
or whatever, and I went to see my sister's an artist, and I went to see her show, and I completely forgot about like these little gold bricks that are in the
Yeah.
road all over, and I was like, what are these things
Yeah.
with people's names on it? And I was just like, yo, what? I was like, and then I was taking photos of it, and then and my sister was like, yeah, those are all the people that were living here that got taken away.
Yeah.
Jeez,
And so they
man.
memorized them by putting those all
Mm.
bricks in the street
That's-
in front of the buildings where they were living. They
Yeah.
were everywhere.
Wow, man.
And so it was just
Yeah.
kind of like walking and be like, oh yeah, oh man, oh,
I was
another
in-
one.
I was in Nuremberg, and then I was in Fürth. And it's interesting because you see little graffiti, but not a lot, but it's like a little swastika. Random. It's like,
Yes.
Right.
randomly. Boop. But the craziest, and I don't know why they haven't sandblasted this, is you can look it up. It's called Burger Fuhrer. And what it is, Burger King moved into where he did his like speech, the big speech with the people.
In Nuremberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the Burger King is, and they still have the eagle on the side of the wall.
What?
Oh my God, dude!
It's
Murder King.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, like Burger Fuhrer. That's what it's known
Burger
as.
Fuhrer.
Burger Fuhrer. You can look it up online. It's the craziest thing. And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
why don't they just sandblast it away?
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep it there.
It's fucking gnarly, man.
Oh wait, we took it off, but they keep it. I'm like, okay.
So you're still going to keep that goal to go to Auschwitz sometime?
No.
Done with that.
It's a wrap.
Oh, okay.
It's a wrap. Yeah. Once it's that feeling isn't there, you
move on.
You just move on. I got offered to go to Okinawa to shoot. Some friends out there, they're fully blasted and all that stuff. So,
but they're fully, there's certain places I can't go in Japan with my tattoos, or even like to like a pool at a hotel and stuff like that. It's
and also in South Korea, they were pretty strict too.
With tattoos?
Yeah, Mike did a show out there not too long ago. Well, maybe 6 years ago in Korea, and I missed it. I've never been to Korea.
Same.
But he did a show out there.
Yeah,
wow,
that's pretty cool.
Crazy, man.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So what do you got? So what are you working on now? Like what's?
Just taking naps. You know.
You got your midday naps.
Taking a nap every day.
Naps are good, actually. It's really good for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Is that part of your daily ritual?
I try.
Yeah,
I try, but now it's been just doing a lot of press. You know, I have I'm actually planning to open up my own gallery.
Oh wow!
That's awesome.
And everything here in LA. So this will be I'm hoping around March to like
that's
April.
Pretty soon.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so just you know getting things, doing the groundwork for that.
Where is it going to be located?
area?
Yeah,
I'm hoping near like Beverly and Robertson.
Nice.
Yeah,
close to here,
yeah, like right around that area, and it'll be cool.
And it'll be your gallery. Do you have
Just me.
You have a name?
Just Pep.
And it's going to be, of course, your work. And
it'll be like the first one, of course, is mine, but I'll have other people in there as well because people get sick of looking at me all day. So they're like, "Can you put something else, in there?" I'm
going to put in an application for it to put to get something going on.
I just want to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because as a photographer or an artist or anything, people forget that we actually have the control. We have the power. For instance, my friends say, "Man, Pep, I want to." People are like, "Man, Pep, I want to do a show, but I'm waiting for this gallery." I'm like, "Why? Lease a spot."
Yeah, do it yourself. Yeah.
Wait for a big show to open, and lease on the same block.
That's cool too.
Wow,
that's
done.
really smart.
Right.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's all you do.
Piggybacking on that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do nothing. They're let's go see this.
Wow.
That'd be smart.
That's how you do it. So you just, if you really want to do it like that,
I was
spend like $3-4 grand to lease for like 2 weeks.
I was just thinking you should do a 40th anniversary of Sepultura, photos and stuff, archives. That'd be sick.
That'd be crazy,
right?
It's definitely in the works of creating this type of museum, and so it's just like all the different
like LA pop up or somewhere, Brazil,
and then it will travel.
That'd be so crazy. Oh, I'm doing some stuff in Brazil. I forgot. Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
What you doing there?
Yeah.
Well, me and my friend Marcio.
Yes, of course.
Marcio.
Oh,
yeah.
Got to take a photo.
Of course. Yeah, he was. Take a photo. Take a photo. Take a photo. Yeah, Marcio. We go way back.
Okay.
88, long time. And so we're working together on a couple projects out in Brazil right now. So with photography, skate stuff.
Yeah. So it's
cool.
For the past whatever so this has been your main everything is photography?
Some of it. Yeah.
You did some videos also for Suicide.
Yeah,
right?
you did, yeah.
Yeah, I've directed a bunch of stuff. Half the things I forget because it's like
in the moment.
I just do it for my friends.
I see.
If I have the talent, of course I'm gonna extend that to you.
You did Cottonmouth Kings too, I think.
I sure did.
Yeah, Cottonmouth Kings.
Wow, I sure did.
Yeah. Suicidal.
Nice, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oh, the best was we were in we're in Milan, and it's when Dave Lombardo
Was playing drums.
came. Yeah, he came on the drums, and
He
that.
playing Cottonmouth Kings?
No.
Oh,
Suicide.
Suicide. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah. No.
Oh, he killed it in Suicide. I'm like, this dude plays in every band.
Yeah. Yeah,
Suicide
but
was sick. That was sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
because I was filming it, and I had my Samsung 6. Dave was like, Pep, what are you doing? I said, trust me, it's gonna be good. He said, okay. It's all shot on a phone.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all
That's
shot on
crazy.
a phone. Mm.
So do you still travel Suicidal sometimes?
Last time I traveled with Mike was a while ago, maybe 4 years ago, maybe
Okay.
something like that. It's cool. It's just I think it's a thing where you have like for me when I'm away from doing my thing, like if I'm gone for 4 or 5 months out of the year,
Yeah.
that's 4 or 5 months. I could have I gotta like start over, and every
Yeah.
year it's 4 or 5 months.
That's
so you're
true.
never catching up. But every once in a while, Mike will be like, "Hey, Pep, you want to go here? You want to go here?" I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then I'm like, "Well, I can't make it."
Yeah. What was your last real job? We had like a boss clocking in and
Who?
stuff.
Clocking in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. I remember the last one was Taco Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Taco Bell was so good. First time I knew they had green sauce. Never knew. Never knew. I never knew.
So how many years ago was that? Probably
That's when
like 80s, 90s.
that was 80.
Wow.
Maybe 89. 89.
It's almost
It
the
was,
last kind of real job,
yeah.
It's like high school.
89.
Graduating.
like real job in society.
Yeah, because but each job I had for a month. I worked at Domino's first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Subway would be
I worked-
Subway would be in this shit, man.
I know how. Domino's I
Right.
worked for about maybe 3 months. 2 months actually. And Taco Bell I worked a month. It was so frustrating. Because my mom was like, learn responsibility, get a job. I'm like, it's like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, all right. I'm working at a Taco Bell in South Bay,
Wow.
down by the South Bay Galleria, down the street from World Industries.
Mm.
All my skateboard friends coming into Taco Bell.
man. Trying to get free
Are you
shit.
kidding me? I'm like, oh yeah, Pep, we're getting ready to go here.
Let's go. Let's
No,
go.
yeah, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, that was torture.
here's your
for-
change. And I used to hate people giving me like those like 2 cents,
Mhm.
and they just want $1 back. Hated that. Hated it
So
because
they're
I worked
skating,
the
you're working.
register.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I remember my first check, it was $155 for a month because they hold your check.
Oh
Jesus.
And I said, I'm good.
Fuck.
I said, I got to go find my own path, pretty much.
Wow,
I'll never forget,
man.
but yeah,
Taco-
it was the one on Artesia.
Okay.
Yep, I still remember.
So you've been like your own boss pretty much your whole life, like doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah,
It's
just
beautiful, man.
Do you remember the first photo you ever sold?
sold
Great question.
Yeah, like somebody you're like
100%.
Okay.
It was in Japan, because I didn't even know. I never printed. You shoot, you send either the negatives or the file to the client. They deal with it, right?
Okay.
So my friend from Japan says, Pep, I want to buy one of your prints. I said, buy? I've never printed before. And I said, here, just take the file. Cool.
Right.
So he goes to Japan, and then he put a show on for me out there, and everything sold.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Dude.
this is what I want to do.
That's
Compared
amazing.
to having people on your back, telling you what to do, doing the storyboards, going to the set, dealing with all these fools. It was just too much.
Yeah.
And even now, I still shoot for all the major labels, but it's at my discretion.
Yeah. And how does that change with like social media and everybody has a camera and a phone now, like taking
right.
photos for major labels? And just even a major label at this point is almost extinct.
When it comes to shooting for bigger brands, it's all about relationship.
Yeah.
They just have to know you.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, I'm good, but so's that guy
Mhm.
and that guy and that girl and it doesn't matter Who's ever there in their face gets the job.
Is it like promo shots for bands? Is it for layouts of records?
Everything.
Yeah. Because they don't make those awesome 8x10s anymore, like the band.
Yeah,
love
those are the
too.
best.
I did this one shoot for Offset. I did his album, and it was just a cover, cool. But I was shooting other shots as well because, like, we came up looking at albums with all the other cool stuff.
Yeah.
And we did a thing at this one radio station up Cahuenga. I forget the name. And they plastered the whole wall with all of my work of Offset and his kids and his this and his that. And then I remember talking to my friend. This is supposed to be how it's supposed to look in the CD, in the album. Make a package, make it cool, make people remember it, not just okay, cool. Like there's a picture done. That's where they stop now.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to really pull you into that anymore. So it was cool. I shot stuff for Cam. Raskaz, I've done a lot for him. That's like my bro from like elementary school.
That's sick.
I saw you shot some stuff with Chris Brown.
Oh yeah, Chris is cool. Chris is a skater.
Really?
Hardcore. Yeah.
Wow.
Like Chris is a skater.
He got kick flips?
He would always go on the mini ramp in back of Brooklyn Projects.
Oh yeah, that's where I skate too. Shout out to Don Brooklyn Projects.
Yeah,
wow.
Don Brooklyn.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah, and but it was Chris is good people.
Yeah, that's right. Skate over there. I remember seeing him. Actually, I met him over there once with my son when I went to skate. He was always skating over there. Wow.
Yeah.
You ever skate the barracks?
That came after.
Yeah.
After the fact. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll go in. My friends, hey, Pep, we're going there. Okay. Send me a picture.
Yeah, my wife works there for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So we go there, and my son learned how to street skate there pretty much with like older kids. It's like it's a magical place, but I'm not really a street skater like that. It's too intimidating. Like slippery cement and shit.
Yeah, it's super slippery.
I know. Derek had an incident where we were skating during the pandemic.
What?
I brought him to Caballeros ramp. He's got a Panda ramp, it's called. It's an incredible mini ramp. We had a great session. End of the day, Derek gets on the skateboard for the first time since fucking he was 5 years old or some shit. And he's just like pumping. He's barely pumping on the ramp. And then
that was good.
And then finish the story.
And so I was pumping. I was like, okay, all right. And they're like, yeah, all right. Go. And there's
with
like
the soy cab, everybody.
Everyone's there. They're
having
kids.
a barbecue.
We're like, we're going to barbecue after this.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'm getting it in. I'm like, yo, these are my idols. I can't believe this shit. And then I like stop. I'm in the middle of it. I'm like standing on the board and I'm like, yo, let's do this barbecue. Whoop.
Oh.
It just like slipped out,
dude,
from underneath me. Went up in the air, somehow broke my ankle.
What?
Like, it was just, I was like lying on my back. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'd never broken a bone in my life. And I'm lying there on my back, screaming, like, in agonizing pain, swearing.
We don't swear at Cab's ramp.
Because Cab is full on Christian, born again, and him, and oh my God. And all the kids
crazy.
are, and I was just like, like, oh my God.
And then, out of nowhere.
And then Soy just slides down the ramp and he just starts praying over my ankle.
It's like a movie,
Jesus,
bro.
Lord, please heal this ankle. And I was like, Jesus did this.
It was a movie.
God.
It was a movie.
Wow. It was like, he's the higher power and he has control over everything. But then he did this.
But then Cab and Christian, like, you're fine. You rolled it.
You just rolled it. And
but
it was
it
just
broke.
like blowing up. And I'm like, yeah, it was good, man. I'm trying to like barbecue, like, like in pain, sweating in pain. Just from the shock, and then like lying there. I think he even took a photo of me with like Cab's dog Ollie, and I'm like my face just like behind my eyes, just like shaking.
It was it was a crazy day.
I got home and it was just like a cantaloupe size, and then the next day I was just like urgent care. And they're like, oh yeah, it's definitely broke.
At least it was a pandemic.
I don't know what you were thinking, being your age and being on the board. And I was like, man, you need to mind your business.
No kidding.
I was like, they were older than me, the people that were skating there. And they're like, yeah.
At least it was during the pandemic and we weren't doing anything. We had no shows or nothing.
This is true.
So we got your heel pretty. It was a crazy,
That's crazy.
You ever got crazy hurt skating?
Yeah, that's a good question.
No. Only my arm would pop out.
Wow.
That
was a normal kind of thing?
Like,
what was like your go-to like favorite trick?
I could ollie higher than most.
Okay. over fire
Like,
hydrants and shit.
Let's walking. That's
Okay.
easy stuff. Yes.
Sorry.
I think they measured, and it was just just above my waist.
Okay.
So you're like,
Damn.
Okay.
yeah, it was just really, really high.
Crushing
Like I
ollies
could
and
get
shit.
up on that counter very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you could ollie high, you can do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. So you had
Walls
you
and all that stuff.
You were doing rails and stairs and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
got that far. I just like
I just remember how big Thrasher was because I had every copy.
Me too, I had a
on
subscription.
my wall, like all pasted everywhere.
it was like
Yeah.
85 cents.
Yeah, and
It's
it was
crazy.
so in my eyes. I was like, "This is
I got the
the
best
ultimate."
Thrasher story.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The best. So, as we know, when you got a magazine, you took the picture off, you put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Wall was covered, right? And I'll go to the beach, I'll go skate, but I never read the pictures. They were my friends. I never knew. I said, whoa. And then it was every single person were all my friends. And they'd been up there for about like a year or so. Didn't even know.
Wow.
From like Jay Adams to, Hosoi, Murray, Dressen, Jesse Martinez. And like, we're skating every day together, I'm like, whoa. And then I took him down. Yeah, like, like it almost lost that. Oh,
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
What about Alva? You skate with Alva?
We didn't skate together. He was older. He was
Yeah.
more on the business side back in the day
Yeah.
with his company. Yeah,
Were you considered like Dogtown?
of course.
Yeah.
That's what my tattoo.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
snap!
Yeah,
Oh, that's hard.
Wow.
yeah. I got that in like '98.
100% skateboarder. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, long
That's
time.
That's
legit.
sick.
Yeah.
So what
Long time.
generation would that be for Dog?
Third.
Third, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we and there was a time when it was when I see people with a Dogtown tattoo, I would feel offended.
Oh.
Oh, big time. I've checked a few people, which it's not my
Right.
thing to do. They just like it, so I have no right. But what we felt that we earned it,
For sure.
from the blood, the fights, this protecting that little piece of, cement
Yeah.
at the beach. And we just carried ourselves a certain type of way because it wasn't just the skaters. It was the vendors. It was the basketball players. It was the handball court players. So if you mess with one guy, you got 30 coming from
Damn.
everywhere. It was just a whole different thing.
Mhm.
So if someone is messing with like a vendor, here we come. Someone's messing with a handball court, basketball court. It just didn't matter. It was just like a family, but we never hung out. We were just down for each other,
Each other's back,
just
always.
because. Yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome, actually.
and it's like that now when you see the old guys. Like I hadn't been to the beach in years and everything because it's kind of a bummer, almost sometimes. But I was walking, I had on my little hoodie because I didn't want to be seen or nothing like that. Pep, is that you? I'm like, great, here we go. And we're talking, and then I just wanted to go watch some basketball. Then a guy just walks up to me. I recognize him. He's all, I remember you. I'm all, yeah, So then we just started talking. Never knew his name. Knew him over 30-something years.
Wow.
Damn.
But we just knew each other.
Yeah.
And we just gave each other that respect. And he's all, you should come around more. And I said, I will. Yeah, it was just cool like that down there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
LA's an interesting place because I don't meet a lot of people that were born in LA.
True.
It's like very few.
Because they're busy working.
Right.
They're busy at work. Everyone else is trying to,
Right.
like, I got,
Be
like, I'm
somebody.
trying to be this, be that.
Hustle and yeah.
Yeah.
Social
They're,
climbing.
Mhm.
yeah, they're like a
Social
paralegal
climb. Right.
True.
or like working,
Right.
somewhere like that.
A
Yeah.
lot of transplants out here, man, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice to meet somebody that's actually from here.
True.
Did you know the born and raised guys too from out there?
I know Chris since he was like a baby.
Wow, man. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, Chris was special kid. It's hard to call him Sponto because that came later, but I just call him Chris.
Yeah,
Basically. And we had a lot of good times together. And I just remember when he dyed his hair blonde, because he had blonde hair. You know, he just dyed it.
Yeah.
I think it was like 14 or something, like maybe 13. Just like a cool kid. Like, and after he got sick, and then he got better, he just became a beast, you know, in his work and just accomplishing things you'd never even imagine a person could accomplish in that short amount of time.
Yeah, there's a lot in 10 years.
Like licensing with the largest.
Every sports team, everything.
And no one has ever done that. No one. Like McDonald's hasn't. All these, but he did.
Wow.
Because his mind was at that place where, and I remember one of our last few conversations, he's out saying, yeah, Pep, I want to do something with you guys about the guys who I came up with from the 80s who I looked up to. And then I said, dude, I'm down. You know, whatever you want to do. And then he's all, after that, I want to sell the company. And I just want to kick it with my kids and family. And that's it. And this was maybe a month before he passed.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Man.
he was that close to like he really wanted to sell that brand. But he had to get it to a certain place first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. Yeah, it's an incredible brand, man, too. I had Alex Two-Tone on the pod as well. Telling that story.
Alex, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So no more really skating for you now, just cruising around?
I just cruise. I just take my longboard every once in a while, you know, if I'm down by the beach.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm not down by the beach, it's really you can't do it in Hollywood, like over in Hollywood Heights.
No.
You can ride a bike.
Yeah.
But up there, nah. You know, you go up one way, then you got to walk.
Yeah.
Right.
Walk back down, or no, walk back up, then you go up. No, it's too much.
Is there?
Go ahead.
Is there a place that you've traveled that you felt there was complete culture shock, where you're just
Culture shock?
Yeah, where you're like, yo, or not so much.
Shock as in what's a shock?
Just something you never expected or had seen or imagined.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Few places, but one of the ones that shocked me was Sierra Leone, in the bush, as they call it, like way out in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I was there, and they're just normal kids, perfect English. They're just, you know, just having fun. Ain't nobody hungry. Ain't nobody, oh, help us. Mm-hmm. It's like, what?
Wow.
So I went out there to shoot. So I said, I'm going to show this part of Africa. Mm-hmm. And I shot some amazing work out there. And I'm going to show it like later next year.
Oh, that's cool.
But awesome. It was just how they're just so happy and didn't have much, didn't have anything what we would think.
Are they speaking French there?
Perfect English.
English?
Wow.
Perfect English. And we all took pictures together. And they're just running around happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's great.
You've been
totally,
to Africa
totally disconnected.
Many times, different places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are some of the countries besides Sierra Leone?
Ghana's cool. Mm-hmm. Ghana is more kind of like modernized in a way. It's Sierra Leone can be grimy, dangerous, to loving and welcoming. But you still gotta watch your back.
Right.
You know, like pretty much. Mali was good. I've been to Morocco, but that's different. It's like it's like a different thing. But it was cool. Cuba too.
Yeah,
was like another one.
That's a great place to shoot. Yeah. It's one of the best.
Yeah, Cuba's.
You've been everywhere,
nice.
man. Huh? It's crazy.
Couple places. Yeah, couple.
Do you have any bucket list places to go?
I don't believe in that term.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything you can do it once, twice, 2, 3 times. Just go.
I love that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything I've ever really wanted, let's just go. Like how many points I got, you know?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Do you have a lot of traveling points? You have a lot of, must be crazy.
I got a ton.
Damn.
Yeah. On my Delta, I think it's 170,000 right now. I got to use, so I can fly, you know, wherever. Then, yeah, on my other cards it's more. But cool. You gotta fly Delta. You gotta.
I know, man. I wish I did that. I wish I did that. Do you do that with your van too?
Yeah. I
so
mean, but
one airline
because we try to stick to one airlines, but depending on where you're traveling to, we go
it's hard, right?
Funky places where it's just like, we're flying on Athena Air, you know. To go since last moment to go to like the Mediterranean or something weird.
Dang.
Yeah, we were in Colombia, and we were flying from Colombia to Peru. And this lady, I'll never forget, she was talking to me beautiful. And then, we're talking, having a good time, and then she leaves. And then we're on the airplane, and then the guy sitting next to me, she comes and like knocks on his shoulder, taps his shoulder and says, "Can I sit next to Pep?" I'm thinking, ooh. I was like, yeah. She comes and she holds my hand. I'm like, wow. Listen,
The hell?
she was afraid.
What?
So the plane took off and she's like, oh, I said, it's okay. And we were on one of those 9-volt battery airplanes, I call them, with the propellers. That was like,
Right.
hate those things.
Hate that shit.
And we're
dude.
literally flying through the jungle and the bush and all that type of stuff.
Two-seater and shit. Yeah.
And she was just holding my hand, and she would laugh every time, the turbulence was there because it was hardcore.
Oh, man.
And then my friends were like, yeah, Pep, I'm like, as soon as that plane landed, she's like, oh, so gone. I haven't seen her since. But we're friends on Facebook.
Oh, you're friends too?
Yeah. She was just afraid. It was her first time. I found out it was her first
I've
time
seen
on an
people
airplane.
shook.
Oh, yeah.
on
I hate
planes.
that shit, man.
Shook.
Yes.
Especially if it's dropping in the air. Yeah.
Like
That is the
people-
worst.
It's worse, man.
Yo.
From in between Japan
People-
and like Hawaii, it was really rough. Yeah.
Screaming.
Oregon,
Oregon.
stewardess pushing the cart.
Oh, here we go.
Boop. The plane dropped like in a void.
Holy
The
shit.
stewardess starts screaming.
The stewardess
And I'm
was
thinking,
screaming.
you're supposed to
Yo,
like protect
yeah.
us.
I know.
That's not a good sign.
Screaming. And I'm like, well, we here.
It seems like it's gotten worse traveling, man. More stressful, more anxiety. I don't know, man. Just do you love it? Do you love it still?
I do.
Really?
I love it. It's
Wow.
You
It's
probably
funny.
got global entry and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the best.
yeah. It's for me. It's every time I go to a lounge, it's like a release. I can let go of everything because I know I'm going somewhere. Even tell my
Oh.
mom my most favorite place is the airport
Really? What?
'Cause I know-
I was like,
Bro.
are you?
because I'm out of here. I'm going.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I guess it's a mindset for sure.
I know. I'm totally. My mind's crazy
Yeah.
going
My
to the
mind
airport.
is
I love it. I
negative
go,
Nelly before.
Depending on the time, I take a nap if I can.
How early you getting there
I'll
for
eat
flights, like international?
as early as possible
Yeah.
because I hang out at the lounge.
Right.
I take a nap. I go to sleep. I do all that stuff.
It's a different. Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta get
Compared
my
to
mindset in
traveling
more
with
of
a band,
positive.
it's like different. It's like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by yourselves must be way different. Yeah,
That's true.
that's way different than us. We have to wait for
Yeah.
like security
Yeah.
doesn't stress you out.
oh, I get searched a lot. I'm so used.
Oh,
to
you
it.
got all the equipment too, right?
Oh yeah.
I got denied entry in Canada.
Really?
Oh, that's not true.
Recently or now?
This is a while ago, and I had to go.
What was their
fly
excuse?
all the way back. Man, this lady, she didn't like me, but we were there. We were on a tour bus. It was let's say a bus. Well,
Okay.
I don't know no tour bus. I think it was grimy. It was me and about 7 18-year-old like skaters.
Oh
Oh
man.
my God.
We were touring from L.A. to Montreal.
Wow.
So we come into Vancouver, and all right, they're ripping the thing apart, looking for weed. Ain't nobody smoking in here, right? And
You know, it's crazy they even have weed in Canada.
they're ripping the bus apart, and then they took our cell phones. They take and delete your messages on going to Canada. But they
Yeah, they have the right to look at
they
your
have
phones.
the right to look at your phone.
Yes.
What, Canada?
Yeah, any border
They take your phone, and if it's any messages of anything
talking about weed.
trippy, and then one kid said, "Yeah, man, we're bringing pounds," as a joke.
Oh my God, dude.
As a joke. So they let everyone in. Hey, Mr. Williams, come here. I'm all, what's up? And she said, what's this that happened in 1994? I said, what are you talking about? I don't even remember. Well, there's a disturbance. I said, that was over with. Well, like it doesn't say it here.
Mhm.
You are denied entry to Canada because it's at their discretion. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm good. So we go back to the van. We're all trying to figure something out. Then we leave. We go to a coffee shop. We found some people. Hey, we can sneak you over the border. We can do this.
It's a horrible idea.
I said no.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So I just said, I'm just going to fly back to LA. I'm going to get my record and then, come back. So I flew into Calgary, back with my record. And then the guy was like, oh, I see that you were denied entry.
Right.
I said, yeah, this lady just didn't like me, And then he's like, well, it's up to our discretion, So they looked and he said, okay, everything is good. You can go. Then I'm on tour again with Suicidal. I don't know. I was nervous. And we're going to Edmonton. So I forgot the way we went. But we're going. And, of course, you give all your passports on the bus to the guard. I'm sitting there. Everybody is getting their passport back. Mr. Williams, can you please come with us to the I'm like, fuck. In the whole bus. I'm like, what did you do? So the guy takes me in, and then he's saying, oh, I see we had a thing happen, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, but they let you in.
Right.
And I see that he said that you had a good attitude, you had this. Okay, everything is okay.
Yeah.
So then, they put me on the bus. Then I walk on the bus. Everybody pep. I'm like, what happened? I said, man, it's been crazy. My criminal record is wild. I mean, I was a full, it was funny. Then Mike just laughed and everything. But Canada's no joke.
It's no joke.
Canada's one of the worst borders I've ever. Not worse, but they're doing their job.
They're very strict.
Doing their job. They're really strict.
Crazy Americans in there.
They're doing their job. Florida always stops me. Always get stopped in Florida. Every time coming in from Brazil or coming in from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
If I go through Florida, if I go through New York, it's all good.
Wow.
Yeah, but Florida every single time.
Have you gotten messed with, Toby?
Speaking of
customs,
Angelo Moore.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of him, we were on the bus that Fishbone had. We did the Warp Tour, and we're going into Canada on the Warp Tour, but we're on the Fishbone's bus, and we didn't know there was a bunch of weed stashed somewhere on the bus, and they smelt it, and it wasn't our weed because it wasn't. We didn't know.
Right.
But the only person in my band that smoked weed was my brother, and he took it, said it was his.
Wow.
We still get let in though for some reason. They took the weed. It was we were really lucky.
Wow.
It was 10 buses rolling in though, but Fishbone had left some shit in an ashtray.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Angelo was cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
He's mad cool.
One of the most underrated, incredible frontmans that we'll ever see.
No doubt.
And Fishbone should be gigantic. They inspired so many people.
Absolutely.
So many. And they grew up in the valley.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We had him on the pod. He was awesome, man.
Another LA. He was born.
Yeah.
In LA.
Well, he went to school out here. I know for sure. I think he went to Taft, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Somewhere in Woodland Hills, or one of those schools.
I know the answer to this question. It's one of my last couple questions, but I know because you don't believe in bucket lists. Do you have any major regrets in your life?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Not listening to myself. That's it. Okay, since you're telling me this, I'll listen to you because you're older and wiser. No, they're sabotaging you. We pretty much know what's right and what's wrong. You're pretty much born knowing that. Like a little baby knows if they should be taking that or not.
Yeah.
So we kind of know. And if you have that in you already, and if a person saying, well, we should do this deal like this, and you feel kind of weird about it, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do it. And so any belief, not a belief, any feeling I have, I never second guess it, ever. If I'm driving and the place is right there and it says, and I feel that I should go left and turn the corner and come back around, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because every time I don't, something happens. Every single time. Yeah. It's just a feeling I have. So it's like, if I'm home and it says, all right, you need to go work out, but you really don't have to. So you can just eat some Sour Patch Kids on the couch. And that's the first thing that hits me. So
and this is you now. And
yeah. This is me now.
Do you work out a lot? Try to?
Yeah. No. Well,
are you pretty healthy? You pretty healthy?
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try.
Eat healthy.
Eat healthy. I try. Yeah. For me, it's depending on where I live, really affects my physical stuff. For instance, like if I'm at the beach, living at the beach, I'm riding my bike every day, riding my board every day. That's just what it is. Here, it's like, man, traffic, Uber Eats.
True.
Then you're staying home, you know, doing this. Sure, I'll do some push-ups or whatever. But I was just thinking, I did a graph of my life of I felt the most amazing. And it was that time when I was just doing something every single day.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a kidney stone. Horrible. Bro, it was, you have no idea. You want to give up I'm done, over, done. They thought I was a crackhead inside of the hospital.
Wow.
Because it hit me. I'm like, whoa, what was that? And then I said, well, if it happens again, I'm going to go to the hospital, right?
Right.
I should have went like immediately. But it happened. I hopped in my car. I drove to the hospital. You know, and I said, hey, you know, I have a pain. I said, well, just go sit and we'll, you know, handle you. I'm sitting there like this. I'm rocking. Pain is intense. And then I go to the bathroom. I throw up all over my shirt.
Fuck.
And then I come out. I said, I need some drugs. I need something. And I was loud. And I said, take me now. I can't do this anymore. And they started come in the back. And then the guy comes in and he shoots me up with something. And then they do my little thing, you know, they check and it's like a kidney stone. And I said, so what do you got to do? He said, nothing. You just got to deal with it.
Piss it out.
What?
Yeah.
So then I said, you know, give me something else because this ain't working. And so he gives me something like 2 hours later. And then I said, well, if you guys ain't going to do nothing, I'm out of here. So I tell the doctor, I said, well, I'm about to go. And then she said, you can't drive because it's like a DUI or something with like morphine or whatever.
Oh, okay. Whatever you're on, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I said, my sister coming to get me. Okay, I hopped in my car. I'm like, you know, I'm like driving home, but I made it. But this is why I bring it up. I was so afraid to eat because of that pain. Yeah. It lasted 3 days. When it went away, I called my mom. I said, I don't know what it is, but I feel amazing. It was a feeling I hadn't felt because every day I wake up, something's hurting. It's the back, it's the head, it's the chest, it's something is hurting. It's like, oh man, oh wait, I had some.
Are you hypochondriac?
Wait, what is that again? I forgot.
You always think you're sick. You always think you're going to die.
No.
Okay.
No, it was more like, it's like a feeling, like if I eat a sauce.
Okay.
Here it comes, you know, the
heartburn.
I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then my back, oh great, now I can't move, you know, and it's always something. But because I didn't eat, because I was just didn't do anything for 3 days, it like the body healed. Mm-hmm. It was weird. I hadn't felt that good in a long time.
How would it feel pissing it out?
It was probably broken up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It was probably broken up.
That sounds hard, yeah.
Yeah, but I felt amazing.
After.
Yeah, like amazing.
Damn.
And to get that feeling again, you got to just be super disciplined, not eat the crap.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
be active. And then like my body, I think, because of the pain, I was fighting against it. So I'm tense. I was always tense. So it's like I was doing, what is it? Isometrics or something it's called. What's the thing when you like how Bruce Lee would do, how he worked out? He just tightened up his muscles. About. Yeah.
Right.
I think it's isometrics. So just imagine doing that for 3 days. Just like, man, you're tightened.
Right. Tensing those muscles,
gnarly.
Constantly.
Back and forth.
Yeah. And you have no control. You got to deal with it. So I had to deal with it. And next thing I know, I'm like, I feel good. Yeah. Then I go eat some ribs or something and it's out the door. I can't wait to get back. He's like, oh boy, my head hurt.
Yeah, passing kidney stones is no joke. My guitar player just did it when he canceled shows. Actually played 2 shows. He was pissing blood on both shows. He's 60 years old. He's a G and he played the shows doing it. It was gnarly.
Our drummer had it and he's young.
Yeah, it's anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Is it too much salt or sugar or something build up? It's salt, right?
It's like your
calcium.
You're you aren't taking like enough acidic things in your body. Like I do apple cider vinegar, every morning now.
Good.
Little things like that just to break it up because we all have them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just some just accumulate more and more and more. Then I got it doing sit-ups.
Really?
Because I guess it knocked it loose.
Wow, that's fucking.
Yeah,
I
you
was
have to
doing
definitely have
sit-ups
to
on the
drink a
floor.
lot of
A
water.
lot of water, dude.
Water.
Yes.
Water and
prevent.
acidic.
I
Yeah.
heard coffee's not good for it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Because my dude drinks crazy coffee, and that's what they told him too.
And also
Yeah.
those damn sports drinks. That's what our drummer and roadie got.
I don't do
those
none
have
of that.
a lot of salt. Because
yeah.
it's for athletes.
Yeah.
You know, when you're
That's right.
depleted from salt and everything you need it. But these guys are they're working hard.
They're
you know,
not-
but they're
yeah.
not athletes.
They're not active.
And so they're just and so they were drinking all the time, like backstage, like Gatorade. I'm like, chill with this goddamn Gatorade.
It's crazy
The
sugar
salt.
too. Yeah,
It's
so, yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
And then he got it bad. He was like, oh, this kidney stones and
Fuck that.
No thanks.
yeah.
Okay, last question. Are you
Yeah, man.
optimist or pessimist?
I'm a peppermist. Yeah. That's it.
That's the first time
Yes,
ever in
true.
300 episodes somebody said.
That's it.
I love that. What does that mean? You're in the middle?
I'm just my own.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a whatever.
Yeah.
That's like my outlook. It's like okay,
Yeah.
So
you've been a positive person. You be negative.
100%
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah,
It's
you got the PMA.
because being negative and all that stuff, it's too much. It's actually hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier being nice. It's easier being cool.
Yeah.
Like all the things I did back in the day, I did it because that was like a survival tactic, basically. But it's just so much easier every time I come back from Brazil, I always call my mom and I say, why am I here? No one smiles.
Right.
It's facts.
No one says hi every single time I leave the country and come back. It's like,
People are extremely
It's like-
friendly.
It's almost like reborn coming from South America and these places.
Yeah.
Sure. It's-
100%. And then
Yeah.
the women, forget it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're like, there's no warmness to it. There's
Yeah.
some, but it's it's more. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
more, they're open. Oh, hi, smiling
Yeah.
with you. And
And
here,
it's genuine too. You know what
It's
I noticed
genuine.
with like all
It's a culture
Brazilians
thing.
that I noticed is one thing that it's really interesting is whenever anyone is eating food, ordering food, they will always offer you,
yeah,
no matter what.
yeah,
It's not-
You know,
Yeah.
like all the time.
yeah.
Like, yo, oh, would you like this? And it's like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, I started getting mad because they're just doing this with like meat and stuff, and they know I don't eat meat, but it's just a habit of theirs. It's like, oh, you want this? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, forgot.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're real funny, man. No, I do not want that. And then it's just like, oh, yeah, it's just, they're
Yeah.
just being polite.
Yeah,
But-
but I love it out there though.
You have kids or are married?
No kids. I was married. She was cool.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you were married.
Yeah, me neither. No, just kids.
But no kids. Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
kidding. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you definitely have PMA, which just means like believing in yourself. You always believed in yourself from the jump.
100%.
Never gave up. Just fucking focused and did it.
Me, I could have like 10 million, monthly, or I could live in a hut in the jungle. It's the same,
Or in your car, which you did.
which I did.
Right.
Well, it
Amazing,
wasn't my
man.
car because it was someone else's. That's why I got towed.
And then
Yeah.
last thing, you fuck with social media at all?
Yeah.
Are you checking DMs? Are you talking to people? Or
Yeah. Off and on.
yeah,
Yeah. It's cool.
it's an interesting
Actually, that's
world.
how it's not even phone numbers anymore.
Yeah.
I met some people yesterday, and we pull out our phones out
Which
to take each other's contact, and it's Instagram.
yeah, what's your Instagram? Yeah, I'll follow you right now. It's so true. Or just DMs and shit too.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot to say that I got, like, being in LA now, every now and then people are like, yo, you remind me of this, my friend I know, this dude, Pep.
No way. That's
the
crazy.
Palladium one night. Yeah,
That's
this one was
wild.
like, Pep. Like, came up behind me. I
no.
was like, yo. And she
Oh,
was like,
no.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I thought you were my friend.
That's
Wow.
so
And
funny.
I was like, Pep Williams. She was like, yeah.
That's wild.
It's wild.
That's so
She
cool.
was working there, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you.
Hanging out,
This
let's
is
talk.
this is
Yeah.
amazing with you guys.
Right
Thank you.
So
both.
fun, man, to hear your story. You're such a
Thank
great
you.
voice. I said this to one person only, but his voice and his levels, he's the best I have to say best on the mic person for the pod. Like you're like on it. You're like you've done this before, but I've had singers on here that don't do it.
Yeah.
You just sound really good. You have a really
thank you,
nice
man.
soothing voice, man.
Cool,
I agree.
cool.
So maybe we could do some voiceovers, some shit.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good hanging
I got
with you,
this
man.
album dropping. No,
Oh, shit.
no, just
Imagine you drop
kidding.
finally drop a hip hop
I
record.
got this album. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Nice
you,
meeting
brother.
you. Thanks for introducing us and having
Absolutely,
to be here.
man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Stoked
Pep.
to see what we do next. Your new gallery and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, man.
Yes. It's going to be so cool.
I'm psyched to see the 40th anniversary of Separatory.
That,
your fucking
that
shit
I can't
next
wait.
year.
Hell yeah, man.
That I can't wait.
A lot of
But yo,
history.
thank you.
Thank you, brother.
For real. Bye, everybody. Peace. I always ask my guests if they have any regrets. I personally don't have any regrets. Even when it comes to my tattoos, I have the silliest tattoos. Even my ET on my leg, it's still a childhood memory for me, and I love it. I've had tattoos on top of tattoos strictly because I wanted more tattoos. I started getting tattoos when I was 18. I'm 52 now, and I can't stop. I've had laser treatment before on something on my arm. It's 4 tattoos on top of each other. And that experience at that place was pretty fast. It was pretty cold. It was in and out, swiped the credit card. Don't really tell me much, didn't give me much details or anything was going to happen. So I never went back. So as of most recently, I'm so lucky enough to have had 2 sessions at Removery Tattoo Removal. My tattoo on my arm that looks like a big black blob is now super light. I've had 2 sessions. I have a long road ahead of me. None of this stuff happens overnight. You cannot take a tattoo up in one sitting. You have to be patient. And it's painful. They ice you up. It's super fast. To me, it felt like a bunch of rubber bands. But what's more painful than that is looking at something on your body that you think you're stuck with for the rest of your life. That sucks. But now for me, I'm really happy I started this journey. I'm slowly going to get this tattoo removed. I never thought in a million years I have any kind of real estate on my arm. I don't even know what I want, but it's exciting. I'm so honored to announce that One Life One Chance podcast is now with Removery. I have a code. Use TobyH20 and get $100 off your first session. Call 866-934-4570 or go to removery.com. One of the most experienced tattoo removal companies in the world. Over 600,000 removal treatments done. 100 locations. US, Canada, and Australia. State-of-the-art peak-away laser technology. Cryotechnology to reduce any discomfort. This is so exciting for me because all I do in these podcasts is talk about tattoos. From day one, if you've been listening to this podcast, we talk about tattoos, talk about getting removed, talk about getting covered up. So this is such a perfect fit for me. Once again, go to removery.com or call 866-934-4570. Use my code TobyH20 and get $100 off. These guys are located everywhere. Try it out.